So two of the best chess players in footprint chess played today. And so in this video, I'm going to be analyzing their games, walking you through it, the opening and then the middle game and the end game. So white opens up with e4, black replies e5, standard opening. Then we have knight f3, knight c6 protecting the pawn, bishop to b5, and this is the Lopez. Now knight out, castles giving up a pawn, but white is going to win the pawn back in no time. Knight goes back, bishop takes, and now white grabs the pawn back. So this is basically the opening phase, and now white and black tries to develop their pieces. And so now look at the position we have. Now white just played knight to h5, right? Threatening to take the knight, or if the knight takes, the queen is developed. So now in this position, now we are almost done with the opening phase. We have got our bishops developed, our knight is developed, we have castled. Now what black just needs to do is probably bring the queen out into the game and create the rook battery, and just develop your rooks, put it under your bishops, stuff, moves like that, or attacking. There's also the move of attacking the knight, but I think that's not a good move because you lose a pawn, because knight takes knight, bishop takes, and then the pawn on h6 falls. So in this position, black is just thinking what to do, what to play. And the reason why for white this is an inaccuracy is because you have to develop your pieces in the opening. Now your knight, your bishop is still on the opening square, could come out, your queen could come out. So but white in this case brings the knight out to attack the other knight. So if knight takes, queen takes, and white has an attack, white is just going to mount attack on the king, bring the rooks into the game, and so that's it. But black plays rook to e8, just keeping everything safe and secured. So these are the position transposed to knight takes knight, queen takes back, and this position we have now. And this is an inaccuracy. Attacking this rook is an inaccuracy because it lets the rook get into the game, and black king is in a lot of danger. So this is one of the critical parts of the game. White just played rook to e1 and black went pawn grabbing, and now this is losing. You can see the bar just go up because of this move, rook to e3. Now both rooks are about to get to the game. The rook's about to go to f3 and attack the queen, and the attack on the f7 pawn is just unstoppable. As we have the rook there, the knight is there, the queen is also as attacking there, so it's just the pressure there is so much. And so here, let's see what white does here. what black does here. But this position, you can see the advantage already, like +2 for white. Now this because white has the initiative, white has everything, and so black protects his king going to h7, and now this is the move, gets to f7, and black has to sacrifice the exchange, give the rook up for the knight. And now this is a wrong moment, this is a wrong point, because white sees, okay, there's a queen, I'm already up the exchange, why not trade queens? But that was wrong, because taking with the pawn still keeps the pressure on that pawn. The pawn on the f7 still keeps the pressure, the rooks are still attacking, but trading queens now reduces the pressure. Now here white plays, and you can see the position is now getting dicey. This is an inaccuracy according to the NG, because now white wins a pawn, even if he's going to lose even though black is going to get the exchange back, but black loses a pawn, and white's pawn is close to promotion as well. So white pushes, not the best move, but understandable, and so just keeps the tension there. You see white has good advantage, just mash your pawns, bring your king forward, and everything should be okay. So here we have pawn push, pawn to f4, best move, that was the best move there. And now what white needs to just do is just push pawn. In fact, black doesn't have much to do, just make sure the game goes on, just push your pawn as well, because if white is going to go all out on your king, you just go all out towards promotion on the other side. So this is the position we have. And this was an inaccuracy. White just traded the pawns. Pawn wasn't even dangerous. What white should try doing is just bring the king into the game, as that's just what white should be thinking about. Bring your king into the game. So yeah, pawn push, still not a bad idea, still good. White is still winning. You can see all black does. Black is trying to just push pawn on the other side and try to get a queen of theirs, because white attack is the more white delays bringing the king forward, it's just going to give black time to keep pushing those pawns. You can see he's just repeating moves, because in fact white doesn't have an idea on how to play this. Like white thinks maybe the king is too slow to get to the other side, and so it gives another check. Now black only move is to just go back to g8, and if white goes back, it returns. And because if now the computer is suggesting that black goes to e8, but black does not want to lose that pawn on g7, so the repeat moves. Only move has to go back. This is going to get checkmated. Now the reason why white should start moving the king forward is basically if white gets the king close enough to the black king, and if white gets close enough to its pawns, it can trade the rooks and just win with your pawn. Your pawn will just promote. So that's what white should have been doing, but now it's kind of dicey, because now there are pawns moving on both sides, and now white has to be careful if he's going to go forward, because now those pawns are pushing and they might promote if you make one inaccuracy. So black pushes, and now you can see the bar is now totally equal, because now black has sufficient counterplay. So checks, and trying to bring the king in won't work. The king is too slow now, won't get there fast enough, but the king can still stop the pawns from promoting. So let's see. Now you can see that push which black played immediately without taking time was a blunder. Was a blunder, but white couldn't capitalize. Now the computer suggests white could have given a check there for that blunder, but this position is a totally equal position transposed into a totally equal rook and pawn end game. So this is basically a draw. These two players are one of the best at end games, so no way they blunder this. So this is basically a drawn end game for the best players. Best players will easily draw this end game, and even average players can even draw this end game. So it's just a totally equal game at this point, because both pawns are going to follow off, and then the rooks are going to trade themselves off, or they will just repeat moves. So now, if you are wondering why white didn't just take the pawn, white could take it and still be totally okay. Black gives a check, he moves away, but I guess both are still looking for chances and see if there's anything they can fight for, if the opponent can blunder. So you're just basically trying to be tricky, but both sides could. It's not like taking the pawn now would have cost anything then if white had took the pawn with the king. So just different way to play it, but this is totally equal game. For this game to be lost, there has to be a big blunder. So this is an equal game. Maybe you blunder your rook, but this is basically an equal end game. And seeing this position, the players just, this position is totally draw, because black can just give checks wherever, and yeah, they accepted draw, and that was it.